Hello and welcome to Gamers Social. My name is Matthew and I'm here in First Impressions with the PMDG 777 for Flight Simulator X made by Microsoft. I have made one impressions video already of me taking off this aircraft, which I thought was quite successful, and today we're going to land back at Gatwick Airport. So I have programmed the FMC to take us into Gatwick Airport. I pretty much reprogrammed the FMC about 5 minutes after the previous video. So I'm already on a descent. Whether I'll descend in time, I'm not sure. It said drag is required, so I'm going to extend the speed brakes just to try and give me that additional drag. So I'm trying to get down to 4,000 feet now, as I've got to be at 4,000 by the time I get to Timber, and I don't think, realistically, that's going to happen. The green line is where the aircraft estimates I'll be hitting that altitude. So I'm not going to be far off, so I should be okay. I should be fine. I'm going to try and do an auto land, but I've never done it before in this aircraft. I've done it in the 747, so hopefully, in theory, it's going to be much the same. But we'll find out and see if I can get this bird down on the ground without crashing or ending up overshooting the runway or just staying in the air until I run out of fuel. That's a good point. I think I have got quite a bit of fuel, so I might be landing quite heavy, but this is a simulator, so we can just bypass that situation for this video. As I said in the previous video, I am no way an expert. I rarely do any sort of flying stuff. I know a bit here and there, and this I have hardly used this aircraft. I've only used it twice now in total. Once before I recorded the first video, and obviously once when I recorded the first impressions video before this one. So if I do things wrong, I apologise. Unfortunately, that's just how it is at the moment, because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still learning how to use this aircraft, and hopefully I'll have better videos in the near future. It looks like we're falling out the sky, but we're going to be fine. I think we're going to be fine. So I'm not quite sure. I know the speed brakes extended. I extended it to cause drag, because you asked me to cause drag. So I'm not quite sure what altitude we got to be at when we enter the I don't know what I'm trying to say. When we're on finals, it might be 3,000 feet possibly. So we're at 4,000 now, but I don't know, it's a drag required. I have still got the speed brakes extended, so well, let's just remove those then, seeing as it's complaining at them. So we're doing okay now. It's going to want us to get down to 2,000 feet by the time we get into here, which is the final there. So I'm not quite sure when I got to start extending my flaps. That's a good point actually. I've got to do the 30 flaps I'm going to be doing. I know drag is required. Here we go. There, so I've programmed the aircraft for the flaps, and it's going to be 30 flaps at 175 knots. That's going to be fine, just fine. I believe this is the left and the right. That's autopilot there. I believe I'm going to have to do approach hold when I get in line with the runway, I believe. It's not going to be the full procedure in terms of what you're supposed to do in the correct order of things. It's going to be a case of when I'm in line, I'm going to try and activate a cat landing, an auto land, in other words. So we're at 4,000 feet. We're going to need to be going down to 2,000, so I'm going to bring that down to 2,000 now, so it's ready. I believe if it's the same with the other aircraft, the 737 and the 747 from PMDG, and maybe the real aircraft in real life, you've got to lower the altitude marker here before you hit the point where the aircraft needs to descend, because if this has not been set, the aircraft won't descend below it, I believe anyway. So I'm going to set it to 2,000 now, so it can start to get down to where it needs to be, because it wants to be at 2631 by the time it hits May 9, which is right there. So hopefully everything will be fine. I'm not quite sure when to start using the flaps, but I guess I'll figure that out. So let's zoom in on my map a little bit as well, just so I get a better picture of what is going on. I think as I start to make the turn, I might put in my first level of flaps. Hopefully I can bring the speed of the aircraft down. If it's anything like the 747, this aircraft should slow down quite easily because it's heavy and big.
2500.
Thank you. I know the 747, you know, it drops out of the sky, so it really does lose that speed easily, which is really nice, especially compared to the 737 when that doesn't lose speed so fast. But hopefully the capabilities of this aircraft is quite good. So beginning our turn now, I'm going to put down my first level of flaps, and I'm going to want to go on to flight switch and bring that down underneath here, I believe, and start manually controlling the speed of the aircraft myself. When I'm in line, I might then drop. Well, I'll try and see the runway first of all, so I can see what's going on. And it's trying to accelerate now because it's losing speed a bit too much. Don't want it to drop out of the sky, that'd be a bit disastrous. But oh, I'm excited. I don't know what's going to happen when we hit this runway. I have no idea if it's going to be successful or not, but we will soon find out, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully I can see the runway. Is that ahead of us? Are those the lights of the runway? It looks like it is. We're getting in line. It looks like we haven't actually got far to go actually, so yeah, we need to slow down fast. I think I probably should have been doing this a lot later. So let's extend the flaps a minute. I've got collapse this, collapse it, lower the gear as well. Auto brakes can be onto 3. I think that will do. That's what I didn't do on the takeoff, is put them to RTO, which is rejected takeoff. I know the speed brakes extenders because we need to slow down fast because we're approaching our runway and we still got quite a way to go. And so yeah, we need to lower this down to whatever the hell we gotta go to. I'm gonna put to 0 for now. We can put on the approach and hope the best it works. Leave that as it is, I don't know. So localizer is activated. Bring our flaps down even further. In fact, bring our flaps down all the goddamn way. Here we go. So down to our reference speed, plus about 10 knots or so. It's 175, yeah, just under 10 knots. Hopefully the aircraft starts to descend at some point, because it's not doing it yet, so hopefully we'll hit that. Yeah, we're pretty much at the speed we need to be at. I'm on localize as well. I need to hit approach. I hit the wrong buttons. Hopefully we're actually hit that glide slope. So I don't know if we will. We seem to be a little too high actually to hit that glide slope. So we may have to do a go around. Yeah, I think I hit the wrong button there, so that's going to have an effect on our landing. I don't want to nosedive it. I do not want to nosedive it. So yeah, we're not going to descend. We're far too high for that. Okay, that's fine, just fine. In that case, let's say same again. Timber 2B, execute, and remove that. And let's go on to our legs. Timber can go there. Out of the way, come on. Timber can go here. Execute that. Here we go. Let's get this back the way it should be. We're going to try it again. I hit the wrong button, so we weren't able to hit the glide slope, so I'll do that a lot sooner this time. There we go, get our flaps up out the way, get our gear up as well. We're going to go around for another attempt. I'm not quite sure, we're going to go to 4,000 feet apparently. Let's just get that set. Come on, there he goes. There we go. Let's get to 4,000 feet as it's asking us to do. I can change it from then. So I'm going to go and fly out to Timber Waypoint, and I will see you once we get there as we do our second attempt landing. And here we go. So I've flown away from Gatwick Airport, and I'm now turning back on course. I'm just coming out of a turn at the moment, which should bring me back in line with the marker point here. You can see on the magenta line, this is where I'm heading towards. So I'm going to now bring out the first level of flaps, bring that speed down, and once I'm almost back in line, I'm going to change to LNAV again. In fact, I'll do that now. That should do the trick. Get back in line. Here we go. Bring down another level of flaps. We're going to do it the right this time. We are going to get this aircraft down on the ground. A bit of lag now because we're coming across all the housing area. And hopefully this plane will stop the turn now. There we go. Good job. Let's get the speed brakes armed. There we go. Speed brakes are armed. And it's going to bring us in line. I'm going to put on the approach hold now. And bring in another level of flaps. I've usually put the magenta in between both of them. So hopefully...
1,000.
Yeah, alright. This aircraft should start to turn the other way in a minute, hopefully. And get itself in line with the airport. In theory, anyway. So hopefully it will actually do that. I might have to manually do it. No, is it thinking about it? Here we go. Yep, it's now managed to get hook of the glide slope, so well done to that. Another notch of flaps. We're going to go in slow. What? Autopilot, what about it? Autopilot's fine. Whoa, configure gear. Yeah, alright. Gear's going down. So hopefully it won't smash itself into the actual ground. But it looks like it wants to. So hang on a minute. Bring off that.
Sync rate.
Now hang on a minute. It's trying to crash us into the ground. I knew this would happen. Come on, plane. Up you go. Let's try that again in a minute. This is not what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to bring the aircraft down in line. So use the localizer, get off. Come on, stop buzzing at me. Turn off. Alright, autopilot's on. Turn the localizer on. I don't care about the terrain. Shut up, shut up, shut up. Bring some flats at the minute, Bert. Shut up. What now? Come on, also throttle. Do your thing. There we go. This is annoying. No. You know what? Bollocks to it all. I'm gonna go in for a manual landing. Shut up, complaining at me. Alright, go away there, FMC, because you're useless to me now. Right, I'm gonna set the... That can turn off. Oh wait, turn off. Oh, whatever. Yeah, flight can be 185. Get to 185. That's already down. I'm already on maximum crap. Oh, hello. Crazy, crazy. Right, where's the airport then? Down here. Okay, this is going to be interesting because I wasn't planning on manual landing this, but by the looks of it, I'm going to have no choice. Seeing as the plane does not want to follow the flight path I set. Maybe I probably did it wrong. but as I said, you know, I haven't done this before. So let's try and get in line and see if I can get this aircraft down to the ground successfully. Might be able to. See if I can get a, once I'm in line, try and get a bit of a heading hole going on. So I might be able to do it nicely. So I'm using the flight director as well, see the two pink lines. Will try and guide me in. And hopefully this will be able to enable me to land. Right, well, it's taking me lower than what it should. I'm following the bloody flight director and it's getting it wrong. Alright. 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 I'm on the glide slope. Well, probably not, but I'm probably below it, but I managed to get myself in line with the runway nonetheless. So that's fine. I can do this. Stop saying glide slope, it's very off-putting. Right, let me go down for a landing. And turn off auto throttle. Turn off auto throttle. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm very high after all. Shut up. Stupid plane. Shut up. Right. Shut up. We're fine. We're fine. I'm a bit off centre line, it's fine.
20, 10.
Oh, not bad. Down with the nose, come on, down with the nose. Not bad. That wasn't actually half bad. I went down on kind of one nose, but one set of wheels, but that was alright. For a manual landing, for an aircraft I've never actually flown before, and actually never landed before, that was the first time that wasn't half bad. Yeah. I'm actually quite impressed with that, I must admit. That wasn't too bad. Right, see if we can get off this runway, in case any other planes that want to try and land today. And got to put the nose over a little bit first. I don't really think this is the taxiway for us because it's a little bit small, but let's have a look at the other. I'm flying Emirates, by the way, as you can probably see, and not bad at all. That was pretty good going. Wow. I wasn't expecting it to be that disastrous, but I managed to get it down. I think I didn't hit the ground too hard. A bit of a nosedive towards the end, but
approaching 08 left.
Okay, I'm pushing 08 left apparently. An unused runway. And let's just pull up here and stop rather than go all the way to the gate. Nicely done. Bring back the scenery, please, so I can see what the hell I'm doing. There we go.
On runway 08 left.
Thank you.
4,100 feet remaining.
Nice. And let's park up here. I don't want to ride the brakes too much. So let's get this all shut down. So parking brake, where are you? There. That's all done. Let's cut the engines. Problem solved. It's all good. Engines are gone and down and whatever. Yeah, why not? APU can be turned on, I suppose. But there we have it. We managed to land successfully-ish. I left the flaps down, my bad. And now we can see the engines turn off. But that is the end of my first impressions video for the 777. I do give it a 10 out of 10, even with my rubbish landings. The takeoff was good, the landing not so much, so I got to practice a little bit and actually start doing the proper procedure and doing things at the right time. So that doesn't happen. I do believe though, if it wasn't for hitting the localizer, I hit the localizer rather than the approach hold in the first attempt. If it wasn't for that, I expect the aircraft would have taken it in correctly and landed. I think because I then did a manual sort of turnaround, try and get back onto the flight path, it didn't kind of like what I was doing. But not to worry. We got it down, everyone's happy, everyone's safe, the engines are now off, and we're parked on the unused runway as you do, but there we are. Thanks for watching, guys.